Laughing is a normal human reaction, but when it happens at the wrong time, it stops being funny and starts becoming cringy, awkward, and outright disgusting. Here are 13 times Meghan Markle was caught laughing at the wrong time. Just wait for the 9th one, because that one makes the blood boil. The royal family was standing on the Buckingham Palace balcony watching the RAF 100 centenary celebration. As a little child, long ceremonial events can be overwhelming, and Princess Charlotte understandably became tired. She lost balance and nearly fell before her mother quickly caught her. Instead of showing concern or sympathy toward a young child who almost fell in front of millions watching, Meghan and Harry turned the moment into entertainment. They laughed openly at Princess Charlotte's near fall. This was not a quiet chuckle either. It was visible enough for the cameras to capture. While the rest of the royal family maintained their composure and focus, Meghan could not let the moment pass. It made many viewers uncomfortable, especially seeing laughter directed at a child in a vulnerable moment. Commonwealth Day is a deeply respected and solemn event in British history, meant to honor unity among nations. When Liam Payne of One Direction performed, the atmosphere was dignified and celebratory. His performance was energetic and well received by the audience. However, Meghan Markle seemed to treat the moment like a comedy sketch. As soon as Liam finished performing, she turned to Harry and burst into laughter, as though mocking the performance. This was not a casual smile or polite reaction. It was clear laughter at a moment that required respect. Many people watching questioned how anyone could behave like that during such a meaningful national event. Autism Awareness Night is meant to promote understanding, empathy, and inclusion for people living with autism. The environment was meant to be respectful and supportive. An autistic singer took the stage and gave her best performance, putting herself out there in front of a large audience. Instead of appreciating the courage and effort involved, Meghan was caught on camera laughing during the performance. This was not a moment of joy or encouragement. It came across as mockery. For many viewers, this moment was especially disturbing, as it showed a complete lack of empathy towards someone the event was meant to honor. Meghan arrived at Paris Fashion Week as an observer, but positioned herself as though she were a fixture of the event. During the Balenciaga show, a model walking the runway slipped. Instead of reacting with concern or restraint, Meghan laughed openly at the model's misstep. When she noticed that no one else around her was laughing, she attempted to regain composure, but it was too late. The camera had already captured the moment. Laughing at someone who stumbles while working, especially on such a high-pressure stage, came across as cruel and unnecessary. The Queen's funeral was one of the most solemn events in modern British history. A monarch who had served for decades was being laid to rest, and the entire world was watching. While others observed the moment with respect and silence, Meghan was caught smirking. She attempted to mask it, but the camera picked it up. Viewers speculated she was holding back a smile, but the cameras caught it mid-control, which resulted in this strange smirk. At a time when emotions were heavy and dignity was required, this stood out in the worst possible way. In 2016, many countries in the region were impacted by the Zika virus, a mosquito-borne illness that raised serious public health concerns. During Meghan and Harry's later visit, students performed a mosquito-themed song, part of a local awareness tradition highlighting resilience and survival. Instead of listening thoughtfully or acknowledging the painful history behind the song, Meghan laughed excessively. Her laughter was so intense that tears nearly formed. Although the performance had a light, almost comical tone, viewers felt Meghan's reactions came across as mocking, which many found disrespectful and tone-deaf. During Meghan and Harry's visit to Nigeria for the Invictus Games, a cultural dance performance was organized to welcome them. The dancers put on a traditional display meant to honor their guests. Rather than appreciating the cultural significance, Meghan turned to Harry and laughed while watching the dancers. This reaction made the performance seem like a joke rather than a gesture of respect and hospitality. At an event where everyone present was clearly focused and serious, Meghan once again stood out for the wrong reasons. While the audience and even Harry maintained attention, Meghan laughed at something that clearly did not warrant laughter. This moment highlighted her repeated inability to read the room or respect the tone of an event. At the Invictus Games, Meghan made an early mistake by walking ahead of veterans, an act many considered disrespectful. But what followed made matters worse. As the event continued, she struggled to suppress laughter, visibly fighting the urge to laugh during moments that demanded seriousness. Though she managed not to fully burst out laughing, the attempt itself was obvious. Considering the event honors wounded veterans, this moment struck many as deeply inappropriate. Meghan openly mocked the tradition of curtsying to the Queen, laughing while discussing it. Instead of treating it as a cultural or royal custom to learn, she turned it into a joke. Harry sat beside her and did nothing to correct or stop her, even laughing along. For many viewers, this moment symbolized a lack of respect for the monarchy she married into. At one event, Meghan appeared to be laughing, despite no one engaging her in conversation. She pretended to be part of a discussion that did not exist, then escalated it by laughing and even joining in singing. She also seems to be constantly scanning left to right, as if looking for something. The moment left viewers confused and questioning who she was interacting with, or whether she was simply performing for attention. This is why people say that Meghan does not regard anyone. At an event, Meghan was out there greeting people one after the other, moving down the line as expected. But when it got to this particular person's turn, everything changed. Instead of doing the normal thing, which was to greet the person with a simple handshake and move on, Meghan paused. She turned fully toward the person, looked them up and down, and sized them up from head to toe. Then she smiled. Observers claimed that this was not a smile of politeness or warmth. It was not a smile of courtesy. It was a smile of mockery, the kind that says, "You are not on my level." That smile carried an unspoken message, like, why is this person even attempting to shake hands with the one and only Duchess? The moment was awkward and uncomfortable, and it showed that Meghan had already judged the person standing in front of her. Meghan wants respect everywhere she goes. She demands it, she expects it, but she does not give that same respect in return. When asked to try a food recipe prepared by a chef, Meghan responded with excessive laughter instead of simply tasting the food. The reaction felt exaggerated and unnecessary. Viewers were left wondering what exactly was so funny about trying food. Once again, her laughter felt misplaced and performative. She is also very good at the rehearsed laugh. At an event, a subtle comment was made. Harry responded with a brief, natural laugh. Meghan followed with an over-the-top, rehearsed laugh that felt completely disconnected from the moment. It looked forced, loud, and unnatural, as if she were acting rather than reacting. The contrast between their reactions made her behavior stand out even more. There you have it. 13 times, Meghan Markle was caught laughing at the wrong time. Which moments do you think we missed? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.